Welcome and thanks for dialing into the first of a series of sessions intended to help the global AEC industry respond to the COVID pandemic with tools and solutions from Esri. Could you have imagined how quickly our world has changed so greatly? What a difference a couple of weeks makes. The global environment caused by the COVID-19 pandemic has created so much uncertainty for our businesses, our communities, and our families. You may know Esri's solutions have been used to manage crises of all sizes and types worldwide. Since the Loma Prieta earthquake in '94, and with dozens of crises over the years, Esri has been helping businesses maintain their operations. It isn't necessarily our primary goal or how we market and promote our offering, certainly not into the AEC industry, but we're glad to step up and offer a wide range of resources to help now. Currently, we're supporting our AEC users in the community at large with location intelligence through software services and various materials that people are using to help monitor, manage, and communicate the impact of the outbreak. So again, thanks for joining us in this session. You're going to learn about the resources and how you can help your organization respond effectively. We're going to focus on a few high-level topics in this first session, topics which we believe can help you maintain business operations for your AEC company. We'll show you some of the key Esri online resources related to COVID. We'll navigate through some custom maps and apps. We'll cover a few how-tos and examples of best practices and leave you with plenty of resources, including some information about upcoming webinars on more detailed topics. So first, a brief introduction. I'm Mark Goldman. I'm the Director of AEC Industry Solutions at Esri. I've been working at the intersection of AEC and technology for the past 30 years, and I'm excited to be part of an organization that's really giving back something to our industry and the world at large at this time right now. With me is Daniel Chantlos, a solutions engineer serving the AEC industry with his civil engineering experience and his expertise on applying GIS to AEC workflows. Daniel, you want to jump in and say hi?
Hi, everyone. Daniel Chantlos here. As Mark said, I have some previous experience in the civil engineering world as a GIS analyst, but I'm excited to be here with Esri, working on the AEC team to develop solutions for your organization.
With that, I think I'm going to hand the screen over to you, Daniel, to just jump into the resources.
Sounds great. So the first resource we are going to show you is Esri's Coronavirus GIS Hub. This is going to be the main page that you would like to access all types of resources related to the pandemic surrounding us today. Right on the main page, we've got breaking news right in the top portion of this website. But also another key resource and link from this website is the Disaster Response Program. The Disaster Response Program is here if you need to request any assistance on standing up any new GIS environment, as well as any other additional questions you may have for your GIS needs during this. We've got a quick form you can fill out and ask for assistance, and we'll be here to help you. Also, we've got some great resources on how to launch your own coronavirus response website today. This is a great blog post, greatly details how to release and deploy your own coronavirus response hub. Now it just shows you how to activate the template. It shows you everything you need on the back end to stand this up on your own. And of course, if you need any additional resources or assistance, be sure to contact our disaster response program. We're standing by to help you for all your GIS needs. This is Esri's most recent ArcGIS solution that we've deployed for our customers at no cost. If anybody has experience deploying ArcGIS solutions, it's pretty simple and straightforward. As I mentioned, the disaster response program can help you out with this. This is our coronavirus response template that will actually give you quite a few resources to help you monitor your organization or your community with the help of these solutions. Now, real quick, we'll look at what the requirements are. You'll be using Web App Builder for ArcGIS, Survey 123, and Operations Dashboard. These are all hosted on the ArcGIS Online platform. All of the data is also hosted on the platform. You can also see what you get: Community Impact Dashboard, Case Reporter, Closings Monitors, Facility Status Management, Testing Sites Management, and other coronavirus response applications. You get a series of maps, such as Community Impact Dashboard, also your closings and Also, the feature layers below that, which are public places, hospitals, educational facilities, and current cases. So it's just a great way to find out what's going on in your local community during this sensitive time. Also, I'd like to highlight when you do deploy this solution, there are some common workflows listed right here. These workflows will help you stand up these templates on your own through your own organization, such as managing status, tabulating coronavirus cases, and laboratory testing. So I'd like to go back to the coronavirus response hub. And if we look, we've got a series of dashboards in here. We've first highlighted the #1 authoritative data set, which is the World Health Organization dashboard. This is the #1 authoritative data set for cases in the world, but you may also be familiar with the Johns Hopkins dashboard, as highlighted here. This data slightly differs. You may find more cases on this dashboard than the World Health Organization's dashboard due to how the data is collected, which is highlighted down here when we look at our metadata. So they're not only looking at confirmed cases, but also presumptive positive cases. So that's why the numbers may differ a little bit. But these dashboards are really important for organizations around the world, just because they're easily configured, easily customizable, but they have a lot of capabilities, such as these tabs. If we're looking at the left-hand side of this dashboard right now, we're looking at confirmed cases by country, but we can then narrow that down to cases by province and state, and also US county data, which is brand new in the past week. So that's very valuable information for all of us right now. Let's go ahead and talk about that dashboard a little bit more. The reason it's so popular right now is not only because the great data that it shows, but also how it's been scaled as a viral application. Our layers and data goes through a series of servers and networks all over the world. Those can sometimes be stable and not so stable. So if we follow this checklist right here, we should be able to scale all of our applications for a very stable environment. No matter how viral they get, how many hits they get, I believe this Johns Hopkins dashboard is actually getting hit more than 1.5 million times per day. So this is a very useful blog post to highlight how you can scale your applications for a viral setting. So we'll look at some more resources that are available from that hub page. And now we can look at some state level sources. So for example, listed on our hub page is this web application with all states who have their own coronavirus hubs already online, up and going. Now all these states configure their dashboards independently. So you might not find a single dashboard that looks like another dashboard, for example. These are very important and easily accessible to everybody, accessible to the public, but we're not only getting visual data in a map sense, but also we're getting numbers and statistics in the form of these widgets on the dashboard. We're also getting graphs to visually see the exponential growth of cases over just a matter of days. All this information is coming at us at a very fluid time, and it's always changing. So it's very important. Can also identify features on the map here. Very valuable resource. I'd also like to highlight on the second link of these states that you identify. You'll go directly to the state's website where you'll find the latest breaking news for your state or region. And it's just another valuable resource to have at hand. So I'd like to go back to the Coronavirus GIS Hub listed on Esri's website. And let's go ahead and scroll down. We can see what other information we have available at our fingertips right here. We've got instructions of how you can use this website to map all the data that we have at your fingertips. And if we scroll down, we can see these dashboards we've mentioned previously, but valuable information is also our featured data sets that we have. We just added the county level cases that you see down here. But I'd like to highlight this hospital bed layer. It's a very important layer as we see our hospitals getting crowded during this time. So it's just a way to check on our staff, but also how we can easily configure a dashboard with one data set. For example, this is the US hospital beds dashboard using that same data set. All the metadata is listed on that website we were previously looking at, but just to see how accessible this data is, we've got statistics over on the right-hand side showing you at a national level the total licensed beds that we have available, total beds that are staffed, total number of ICU beds, and the utilization rate going on. But let's quickly just zoom into a particular geographic region, and we can identify how much information is available here. We can identify that this is a University of Iowa hospital and clinic. We can see how many beds are licensed, how many are staffed, and if we want to see a neighboring hospital, we can also look at Cedar Rapids to the north. So just a great use of the dashboard with one featured data set. This was configured most likely by one individual, one user. Shouldn't have taken any more than just an hour or two just to put together. So now we've looked at a few templates and data sets available. I'd like to show everybody, as our audience is very AEC focused and we are an AEC team, I'd like to show you a few AEC templates that our team has put together. Here is a take on a dashboard for monitoring your organization's office and staff status at the same time. Very easily identifiable is the country with all of our offices for this fictional engineering company we're calling Tectonica. As you can see, we have the number of employees on the right-hand side, as well as these employee reports. We've only received 10 for this example. This is a great way of not only identifying office status, but your staff status. So if we look, we can see across the country, all of our offices are closed. But if we'd like to see more of our staff status, we can have our staff fill out a Survey 123 form. So if we open up this Survey 123 form, which is also very easily configurable, on the back end, we loaded all of our staff's email addresses. That way we don't have any duplicate staff members or staff names show up. Also for ease of controlling who can and who cannot fill out this staff form so we don't have any misinformation. So I'll quickly fill out this information. And we'll say I'm at the California Regional Office. We fill out our name, our email, phone number, and we'll say I'm working from home, and we can submit that. Now, if we go back to our location status dashboard, we can easily zoom into our California Regional Office. We can see the office, where it sits, and we can also notice that these numbers, this data at the bottom, actually updated from when I zoomed in. So out of our 887 employees, we only have 10 reports received. 2 of those are from this office. And we can actually show our staff locations. The ability to add more layers to your map and your dashboard makes a much more dynamic dashboard that tells more stories than just a single layer, as we saw with the hospital beds. We can also show hospital beds for our staff. We're not only monitoring our organization status at a national level, but now we're monitoring our organization at a regional level. So we're looking at hospital beds, but also pharmacy locations. Any of our staff can open up this dashboard at home or out on their mobile device, and they can have quick access to all this information. All these features are identifiable, and we can see at a regional scale how many features we have shown on this map. So it's just a great use of a dashboard to help monitor your organization's status. But also at an organization, we'd also like to monitor our project status. We also took a spin on creating a project status and tracking dashboard during this time. As you can see, we're looking at the same region of Los Angeles, and we have several projects going around. We can actually show that a little bit easier by quickly changing the base map. Another ability of dashboards, dynamic changes. And we can see that our legend versus what we see on the map, we can see all of our projects are either canceled, closed, delayed, or on hold, as many of your projects may also be. We also have this information detailed out on the right-hand side. As you can see, we have 3 total projects delayed with an average delay of 4 weeks. We have 2 sites with restricted access, and we have 2 projects completely canceled. Now let's dive into a specific project and see what other information we have available with this dashboard. So quickly, we can zoom in, clicking one button, and we can see the specific project. Now this is a construction site, and we could see the current project status. We can also see if other information is filled out. We can also see reasons for delays. We can see how many weeks of delay this project may have. But also, let's look at some layers that we might have added to our project status and tracking dashboard. During this time, we also want to monitor our staff locations. So we went ahead and added that same staff layer from the previous map, but also as a construction site may need, we also need to look at our suppliers around. So we added gravel suppliers and metal suppliers for our construction site. Now also, with many mandates being instructed right now, a lot of areas closed down, we can also see what's available to us within a 2-mile project buffer. So we can see how many staff we have available within 2 miles of this project site. But we also can see that we have both a gravel supplier and a metal supplier in the same project site. So this is just a great way to use dashboard, we believe, in order to monitor your current projects. So along with the other dashboard we looked at, which monitored your organization, now we're looking at your organization's assets and how those can easily be managed with the use of a dashboard hosted on ArcGIS Online. We have a few more additional resources. We have these infographics that can easily be configured and deployed using business analysts. These are great ways to generate reports for demographics in your area and populations at risk during this time. We offer many different templates on business analysts, as you can see. So not only does business analyst allow you to create infographics for coronavirus, but also many other types of information for feasibility studies and traffic reports and so forth. We actually have another web app that allows you to create infographics without a business analyst license. For example, if we identify this region of Texas, we can see over here how easily we can create an infographic. And we'll talk about a few more resources. This is another blog post that details how your GIS department can respond to COVID-19. And it just once again reiterates how you can deploy your own hub website. And what questions are you trying to answer? Where are your facilities? Where are your staff? Who's at the greatest risk? And how can you care for them? And you can divide projects by tiers. You can divide anything on your hub website. You can show current school closing, current cases, and everything else. It's all here at your fingertips. Now, one other question we had, where can I find a layer that shows breaking news for at a statewide, countywide, and citywide level for mandates and other critical breaking news that can impact facility or construction operations? Well, if you simply visit the ArcGIS Marketplace, we have this layer available for a 14-day free trial, which shows you just that. If we open up this dashboard, we can see the latest breaking news from around the globe brought to you by all medias. And we can easily identify this current health mandate in California, for example, or this current health mandate in the state of Texas. So just a lot of great information available straight to you from the ArcGIS Marketplace. I'd like to jump back real quick to our infographic that we generated. Quick and easy. It was simply identifying what region you'd like to create a report for and generating that on the fly. And we can quickly get some great statistics and info about populations at risk or any other demographic data. Now I'd like to hand it back to Mark to close us out.
Great. That was wonderful, Daniel. Thanks for all that info. If we are rich in resources for the AEC industry and eager for you to take part in helping to strengthen your organization, your community, whatever you can do to help get the word out, and use our tools to help with business continuity. We also, as I said earlier, are doing this session today as the first of a series of sessions. So next Friday, we'll dive in a little bit deeper on some specific applications, the use of some of the tools that Daniel showed today, but quite a few others for doing remote working. Here we are now, all needing to work from our homes. How do we utilize our GIS and AEC solutions in an environment that we typically were not working? So we'll dive in on that topic. And the week later, field work, the fact that we're in an industry that is considered essential, work is still taking place. How do we support that? How do we enable that while still being cognizant of social distancing and the other issues that this pandemic throws upon us? So we'll demonstrate and talk about some of our tools for field work enablement specific to GIS and AEC workflows. At any time, if you do have any questions on any of the things that we've shown you here, anything related to Esri, anything related to COVID that you think we might be able to help out, if you're an existing customer, please contact your account manager. They're well informed of all of these resources and many others that we have to help you out today or any day. And if you're not a customer, we'd love to hear from you. AECinfo@esri.com, quick way to get a message into our inboxes, and we'll get back to you on anything related, again, to Esri, to COVID, or anything we can do to help you with your AEC business. So thank you again, and we look forward to hearing from you and talking with you soon. Thanks.